obviously I'm going for monkey fish.
Do I have a choice?
No. I stole it.
Okay. Old pendulous breast herself.
Chase you through a cave. I know you do outside.
And we're going to talk about how wrong you are after this.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Monsters Lounge. I'm Jeni.
And I'm Tressa.
You are Tressa. Hi,
Yeah.
Tressa. How are you?
Hi.
How are you doing this evening?
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Discussing that it was a little bit warmer here today. It was like 30.
Yeah. A balmy 30.
A balmy 30. So I got a flat tire a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. You told me about that.
Yeah. So I have been driving around. The way my spare tire is, it's underneath my car, and you have to like insert like a little lever and like lower it down by a chain. So I've been driving around with my spare tire in my back seat for a solid 2 weeks now.
Sure. Where else
Because it's been so cold. I don't want to put it back. I don't want to spend the extra 2 minutes that it's going to take to put my spare tire back on.
Come on, it's gonna be longer than 2 minutes.
Listen, it's a real issue, but the tire and I, we're getting close during our treks around town. So
Nice.
yeah, it's nice having it in the back seat. We chat, we talk.
Hmm.
We don't. What else is going on? What else is happening?
I'm really sick of dealing with pedophile, bigot, fascist dictator, but that's
Right.
about all that's going on with me.
Yeah, that would be a thing. That would be a thing. Yeah. 100% that would be a thing. Anyway, that's a great way to introduce our guest, Tressa. Thank you.
You asked me. Don't ask if you don't want the
perfect.
answer.
Noted. Noted. Anyway, we have a good guest on tonight that is going to be very distracting for both of us, and it's going to bring me some laughs and some joy, and it's very exciting. So Natalie Smearman is on tonight, and we are very, very excited about that. She's a paranormal investigator. She's a storyteller. She's awesome. She's an explorer. She's just all kinds of cool. And she is definitely a key member of Relic Films. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. She's a lifelong experiencer. She has over a decade of study in Bigfoot investigation. So I adore that part. And she's got all kinds of upcoming projects going on. She co-hosts a couple of different podcasts, and we're just really thrilled. So we're going to hear a lot about her. So help me welcome Natalie, please.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
So nice to have you. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes,
I'm so excited. And there's Kitty Cat in the chat.
So cool, right? The chats are so much fun.
Yeah, they are.
I love seeing people talking to each other. Yeah, it's great. Occasionally they tell us something, usually when I'm wrong, which is nice. It's nice to get the correct information. I'll be like, I think there was something like that. And somebody in the chat will be like, it was this exactly. Dum-dum.
Yeah, I love chat because then I can just say, hey, does anybody know this? And they've got it.
Oh my
I don't have to look it up anymore.
Fast. So fast. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, lifelong experiencer. How did you wind up here? I'm not super familiar with any of your history. So
So I started experiencing paranormal activity when I was 3 years old. It was my great grandmother who was visiting me, and it was just normal. Like, there she is, like everything is good. And then she would just visit me periodically. Like when I was going through a hard time, she would always like be around. And one night, I mean, I was going through a really bad time, preteens, parents' divorce. It was just turmoil. Yeah. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and she was standing at the foot of my bed. just illuminated, just cutie patootie, little bun on her head. And she's just looking at me smiling like, it's okay. I'm watching over you. It's okay. And I was like, okay, I'm not alone. And
Did
so
you ever
that was,
share this with anybody?
yes.
Oh, yeah, like your family?
Yeah, so I did. And my grandmother, it was her mother. And I told her, I'm like, this is what happened. She goes, oh, she's probably your guardian angel, watching over you. And, with my parents getting divorced, they kind of didn't want to hear anything about that. But, my grandmother was there because she was always like that pillar of strength for me. And so I made sure that she knew that her mom was coming to visit. So throughout, I always felt that presence in my life. But then as time went on and life progressed, other things were happening, strange occurrences. One time I was laying in bed, I was in my 20s, and I started hearing chanting, this weird chanting around me, and it was dark. And I was, again, going through a real bad time in my life. I grabbed the Bible, held on to it, and started praying, and it stopped. And then I would be working, and then I would feel something push me. Or I would feel like a tap on the shoulder. I mean, little things like that would always happen to me. It was like I was open to it, not enough to really see them, but they knew I was there. They knew I could feel them or their presence, because a lot of times I could feel their emotions.
Okay.
So then my kids, after my son was born, he was seeing spirits all the time, all kinds of family members coming to visit him. And I never dismissed it because I'm like, they're just watching over you. I'm like, it's okay. And I taught them from a very early age, it's perfectly fine for spirits to come and visit you as long as they're, not harming you or scaring you. They never did.
Right.
And then my daughter was born, same thing. She saw some spirits growing up. But then my son goes, Mom, there's a dark figure in my room periodically, and he's wearing a hat. And I'm going, no, we don't do that. No. I said, first of all, when that happens, you tell him he's not allowed in there and you come and get me. So I would sage, I would pray all over the house. I would tell him, you're not allowed here. 6 months would go by, nothing. He would show up again. And this went on and on and on. Like every 6 months, Hat Man would show up, and it would just be with my son. And he goes, and my son would come down. Mom, it happened again. He's up in my room watching me. And I'm like, what is going on? Yeah. Well, then one day my son came home from school, and he goes, Mom, that he called him the dark man with the hat, followed me to school and was in school with me. In the hallway, he was watching me.
Oh my God.
I lost it. So I said, here's what we're going to do. I sent him and my daughter to the neighbor's house. I saged, and I had the biggest come to Jesus. I'm like, listen, Hat Man, I said, you come near my kids or come in my house again, I will drag you to the depths of hell myself. And I said, I will watch you rot there. And he never returned.
Yep. Because you can mess with me. You don't mess with my kids. What are you thinking? Are you crazy?
I would like to see that movie made, please. I would like the crescendo, just being a mom, just being doing mom stuff. Like,
that was Babadook.
Get out of here.
I'm like, so after that, he never showed up again. But I was like, you followed my son to school and you were in school watching him? Not
creep.
No way. So
absolutely not.
Right. So then I got divorced when my daughter was very young. We moved to Boston. Boston is notoriously haunted. In fact, when a home or any dwelling is up for sale and it's haunted, they'll say it's haunted. They'll advertise it. Haunted home for sale.
Do they charge more or less?
They
Good question.
really don't change the price, but they do
Mhm.
advertise it.
They
I mean,
probably could
fair.
charge more.
You know, yeah, you can probably
And
jack
so
that up.
really that is one of the questions that is normally asked.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of times, instead of having like a pampered chef party, you have a psychic party where a psychic or a medium comes in, and that's what you do. It's so but I experienced so much there. I mean, constantly, no matter where you went. Like at night, I would be laying in bed and you would hear somebody walk into the bedroom. I thought it was the kids. I'd get up, look, nobody was there. I would see like these dark, quick shadows just move through the house, knocking on doors in the middle of the night. Nobody's there. And it was just like, it wasn't evil or anything. It was just like, hey, I'm here. Just wanted to let you know I'm here, and they just wanted some attention or to be heard. Nothing was ever bad.
Were the kids experiencing the same, like exact things, or did they have their own set of
They were experiencing the dark shadows. They were experiencing the footsteps. And so they were really, I always taught them, they're just spirits. They used to be alive. Now they're dead. They want, they're just trying to communicate. Just be nice. If they're nice, you be nice back. Yeah. So that's how we handled it.
So did you ever do any, I'm sorry, I
no, go ahead.
Did you ever do any research on that subject? Is that a common thing for people to see? And is it always in a hat?
And the shadow, the hat man, yes, it's always a dark figure in a hat. Everybody I've ever talked to who has seen it, it's a dark figure in a hat. And he'll just stand there and watch. And like my co-host for Paranormal Among Us, he's had Hat Man in his house.
And I feel like this guy makes the rounds. What are you doing, guys?
He got rid of Hat Man. And then they went away for vacation. Somebody came to watch the house. Here comes Hat Man watching the person watching the house. And she's like, what in the world is this? So it's very weird. I don't understand the origin or where he was created. Was he manifested from stories and just kind of spread? I don't know. It's very weird. Very weird. So then I got remarried and bought a house here in Central Florida. And we moved in, and then we had all these boxes to unpack. And he was a retired Army, retired Special Forces for after 20 years. And he had a ton of boxes. So one weekend, we're just going to open up every box and like start throwing stuff away. And so I opened one of his boxes, and there was a little box in there, and I opened it up, and it was like a little bracelet. I was like, oh, that's so cute. Did one of your kids make this? Did you keep it? Like, he was like, no, that was a souvenir off my first kill.
Oh, no.
I went, you did
what? Nope. Nope.
I was like, you can't bring this in here.
No.
Like, and he was like, that's mine, that. And it created an argument. And he took it. And I don't know where he put it. I know he put it somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So I saged, I'm praying, I'm doing everything that I know to do. I thought I was fine until about 3-4 months later, and a shadow figure started to appear.
Yeah.
In one area of the home near the garage where I think he hid it. And where this was the laundry room, guest bathroom, master bedroom, master bath, master closet. He would peek around the corner and peek back.
Yuck.
And it was little. It wasn't big. It was
small. God. You're killing me.
And I'm going, and I'm like, I'm telling him this. He's like, just totally dismissing it. I think he was in denial or he didn't want to listen to it. And I'm going, we got a problem. So I saged again. He reappeared. I Palo Santo'd, he reappeared. Now, he would not do anything bad other than peek around a corner and peek back around. So finally, I'm like, this thing is attached to that bracelet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to sympathize and empathize, going, this thing was killed. This entity is here because my husband at the time murdered him, killed him in battle, took a heartfelt emblem off of his body and kept it.
Yep.
Now, this entity doesn't want to be here. I don't want it here, but
No.
now we're in an issue where we've got to either live together. I got to find the bracelet and bury it or do whatever in a ceremony, but I can't find it. So I made a list of rules and I sat down in the bedroom and I said, listen, I know you're listening to me. Here are the rules of the house. You don't want to be here. I don't want you here, but we can live harmoniously together. If you follow these rules, we're good. He followed those rules for 8.5 years. He followed every rule. He didn't do anything bad. He peeked around once in a while. I acknowledged him. He was fine. I'm like, you can peek. Don't scare anybody. Don't harm anybody. Don't watch me sleep. Don't touch me. Don't hurt anybody. Don't break anything. And don't do anything bad.
Yeah.
Followed it. The marriage started to dissolve. Things went bad. And then that's when I called him Shadow Dude. Shadow Dude started to absorb this negative energy that was being emitted from the turmoil from our marriage dissolving.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, Shadow Dude got real brave. And so at night, one night, I'm laying in bed, fell asleep, woke up, and Shadow Dude is standing over me, watching me sleep.
Shadow Dude, come
There is
on.
so much nope in this story.
We're
Like,
on your side, Shadow Dude.
Yeah, right? And
What
I
are you
Yeah.
doing?
and I'm like, next time, I'm like, you broke a rule. That was a rule that you did. You broke it. And I'm like, you don't ever do that. So somebody said to me, well, maybe he was just trying to tell you it's time for you to go. You know, this is not good.
Yeah.
Like he was trying to warn me.
No.
But I'm like, I don't know. Don't care. Don't stand over me when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Sure.
So then I started to notice Shadow Dude went from little to bigger, absorbing this
Absolutely
negative
not.
energy.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So I'm
Don't care
like,
for that.
okay, this is not good. So I moved upstairs into the spare bedroom. Nothing was, he never went upstairs with me or the kids. Never. So then my son one day went downstairs, used the guest bathroom, came out, and he comes running upstairs. He goes, Mom, something just growled at me from the master bedroom in the dark.
No, thank you.
It wasn't good for Shadow Dude. I went downstairs and I'm like, same thing with Hat Man. I was like, I will drag you to the depths of hell myself and watch you rot. And
That's
so
right.
he stayed away from the kids after that. He was like, okay. And
she's
so,
serious.
right? So
Mhm.
then Thanksgiving comes around. The kids and I leave. We go for a week on a cruise, come home, broad daylight. Kids walk in, they go upstairs. I walk in after them. I look in the master bedroom, and now Shadow Dude in broad daylight is standing there staring at me.
No, thanks.
Bro.
He's got to be 6 feet tall by this time.
Bro. What are
I
you
said, is
doing?
this how you want to start this day? And he disappeared. And then my ex-husband moved out, took all of his stuff with him, including
Yeah.
that box.
Yeah.
Shadow Dude left.
Listen,
Now-
Did your ex ever talk about it?
Yeah.
Was he
No.
ever bothered?
No, he knew it was there, but he never wanted to acknowledge it.
well, yeah. I mean, there's a whole list of psychological reasons why he would not want to acknowledge
Right.
that.
Sure.
Right.
And
Like,
also,
listen,
let's just pretend this thing that scares me doesn't exist because I'm a man. Shut up.
Right.
yeah,
And
I
it's
think
like-
that would be the last on the list of issues.
Right.
Can I just say I'm so sorry for the divorce, but I'm so happy that
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Shadow Dude is living very well, probably in West Virginia. So thank God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for
Take
him.
your weird souvenir and go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
Do
no.
not care for that.
No.
Yeah.
But you
So
know what I
it's-
do care for?
Oh, boy.
Hey.
Have you been feeling called to explore your intuitive gifts and deepen your spiritual practice? Then Pathways to Spirit was created for you. Sarah Lemos has been teaching Pathways to Spirit for over 16 years. And in that time, she's watched hundreds of students grow into their gifts with confidence and clarity. This isn't just about learning tools. It's about understanding how your energy works and how to use it with intention. Over 6 months, you'll learn about your own intuitive abilities and how they show up, along with many esoteric tools and practices to help explore your potential. But this course is about more than just learning. It's about embracing your sensitivity and living your best life. Register now at mediumsarahlemos.com. It's time to uncover your gifts and abilities. Are you ready to join this extraordinary journey?
I'm still just blown away by
my segues, my
yeah,
award-winning segues.
by the
I love it.
smoothness of that.
You know what I'm
segue.
super excited about? Let me tell you. Boom.
That's right. I'm a pro. And by
Yeah.
pro, I mean I'm not very good at this.
You know what though? That was pretty stellar.
was
Amongst
awesome.
all of your segues, I think
Very
that
smooth.
one
Oh,
was top
Thank you,
notch.
Jeni.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
top
I'm
notch.
gonna
Yeah.
put that in my thing.
I'll
Okay,
write it
go
out.
ahead.
I'll write it out and send it to you later so you can
Thank
put
you.
it up on your wall. Perhaps have a nice cross stitch of it or something. You know what? I'll just
Yay.
cross stitch it for you. What am I talking about? I got you.
Anyway, we're doing a show. What's going on?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so all right. So you had several terrifying experiences.
Yes.
Absolutely. And it ended up because I'll preface this by saying that you were introduced to us by Dave Schrader.
Yeah.
And his intro of you to us was, hey, you got to talk to this woman. She's really cool. She's had a lot of experiences with Bigfoot. She's had a lot of really cool things going on. She's a very creative way of like interacting and sort of attracting them. So how do we go from Hatman, which, by God, do I love the names that some of the paranormal entities have, and Hatman is just fantastic.
I know.
Because it's terrifying and also hilarious.
It is. It's like
Very basic.
he's a hat man. And
He's
he's
a hat
probably
man.
like,
He's a
my
man.
name's Bob, you know, but everybody, you know.
What kind of man? What kind of entity? He's a Hetman. He's a Hetman.
Yeah. He's got
He's
a hat.
Hetman.
Wow.
Like a really terrible superhero.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wears a
Batman.
hat. That's his
Yeah.
superpower.
That's his superpower.
I
His
mean, I
hat.
do have a superpower of looking good in hats. Like I
You
re- I
do.
re- I
That's
think
true.
it's fantastic. So perhaps I'm a bit of a Hetman myself.
Oh. Well,
Also, I like to stand over and watch people sleep. Whatever, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's not
That's
weird.
right.
It was
That's
weird.
all.
Normal. So how do we go from Hetman to Bigfoot?
So I grew up in West Virginia, and
Okay.
Oh,
you know,
hello.
so it's funny, you know, everybody like they're like, don't go outside, you know, and people talked about Bigfoot, and we all laughed. We were like, this is a joke. It's just a parent's way of not having you go into the woods at night. That's just a
Sure.
scare tactic. So then I moved to Florida, and then there started to be sightings, and it made the news here in Florida, and I'm going, what? Like, this is a joke, right? And it wasn't. So when this happened, I'm like, I've got to learn more. So I started reading up on it and watching the shows, you know, Finding Bigfoot and Expedition Bigfoot and all the documentaries, and learned what to do and what not to do, and good practices and bad practices. And I did that for quite a few years, like about 14 years. And I never really went out and investigated because, you know, being a mom and wife and career and whatever. It was just like I never had the time. So it wasn't until my marriage took a nosedive. Right after that, the Ocala Bigfoot conference happened in late spring of 2024. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to that, and I'm going to go by myself. I bought myself a VIP ticket as a birthday gift, and I went there, and I'm like, I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to learn as much as I can. And I had the time of my life.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal. I learned so much. Everybody was so kind. All the speakers were amazing and personable. Ended up staying at the same hotel as most of the speakers. We ended up at the bar every night talking and sharing stories and everything. We exchanged numbers. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? I think I can do this. So I ended up going to Gatlinburg and volunteering at that Bigfoot conference and learning even more and meeting more people, and was able to go into the forest and learn from experienced Bigfoot investigators how they investigate. I'm like, all right, I got this. So then I did something that nobody should do. And I did a solo camping investigation in the Everglades by myself over a weekend.
Come on, lady.
Come on.
Come on, lady.
So
I mean, I love the moxie, and I would probably do the same thing myself. But I would be scolded as well.
Yeah,
So.
I was like, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go in. I'm going to look vulnerable. I've got a knife. I've got bear spray. I've got my tent. I got this. I got that. You know,
Wait, hold on. Was being vulnerable part of the whole trip? You're like, I'm going to be vulnerable.
I'm going to be
Everybody
vulnerable.
Look at me. I'm going to be
them to come at me. I'm like, you know, they're going to look.
Did
at me
you
like,
open your eyes
cool.
real big and sort of flutter?
Yeah, like, oh my gosh. So, you know, I stayed out there, and the first night I was woken up at 1:30 in the morning by a chirp, like a bird's chirp. But I'm like, that's not a bird. And then
Isn't
about
that the sound a mountain lion makes?
yes, that's what happened. It was a Florida panther in heat. And I made a joke about it the next day. I'm like, it saw a cougar in a tent, was like, hey girl, you know, but it was just like, that's what I drew in. There was no Bigfoot. There was no skunk ape. It was a Florida panther in heat. So that's all that I drew in. And then after that, I was starting to go out, learn more. I went back to the Everglades with a large group of people. We went into the swamp, saw some great tree structures. It was really cool. And I mean, it just a great time. So one of the speakers that I met at the Florida conference was Adam Davis, and we stayed in touch. And so in February of 25, he calls me up. He goes, hey, listen, I saw your posts. I see that you're investigating. You're doing great. You're posting stuff. It's phenomenal. I'm going to be filming in a couple weeks, and I'd love for you to join me in the Smoky Mountains. And I'm going, what? I'm like, okay. And so I was overwhelmed, and I met the producer and director, who is Adam Davis, phenomenal. And so we filmed for a whole week, had all kinds of crazy paranormal activity in the Smoky Mountains, disembodied voices, orbs, talking, somebody touching me, and then an overwhelming feeling of dread. I felt somebody choking me. I mean, every day something was happening. It was crazy, crazy stuff. And what we found out is where we were, and we learned from, you know, talking to the locals, that when they built the roads into the national forest, they were digging up a lot of the ground to create the roads, and they found tons of unmarked graves. Tons. Some boxes, they didn't know, it didn't look like a coffin. They opened it up, found remains, but they found scratch marks inside the box where people were buried alive. They found bodies that had been murdered. So they're unearthing all of this negative energy. And so that's coming. And right after all these roads were built is when all the major paranormal activity started to happen in the Smoky Mountains. And I'm like, of course.
Duh.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
it's like the oldest mountain range too. Like,
oh
yeah,
my
I mean, it's
gosh,
Precambrian rock, so
it
it's
was just
insane
such
how much
violence.
history there is. Yeah.
Yeah, there was such violence. And we went in looking for whatever. It could have been cryptid, it could be paranormal. We went in not knowing, and we got some crazy activity where we went out squatching one night deep into the forest. And then we start hearing metal, like metal on metal clang,
Okay.
clang.
Oh.
And we're just sitting there in the dark, no flashlights. We're just like waiting, just lit by the moonlight. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to say that could be anything. And then all of a sudden it happened again, clang, clang, but it was closer.
Yeah.
Come on.
And then it happened again right at the tree line. And I'm going, nothing's showing up on the therm. This is happening all over the Smoky Mountains, and not just the Smoky Mountains, but in other forests as well, where people hear metal doors slamming, metal on metal clanking. Nobody knows where it's coming from. People were like, could it be a portal? Could it be, supernatural? Could it be, residual energy? So then all of a sudden, these orbs show up,
Bo.
and I'm going, this is crazy. And they were moving all around, like watching us. And then like the old time, like cameras with the flash bulbs, you know how it would blind you?
Yeah.
Right.
A bright flash of light happened in the forest. It was like, and it blinded us all.
The
And
whole
we're like,
forest.
what was that? And it was right where those metal clanks were happening.
Interesting.
A large orb showed up and then just dropped to the ground and dissolved.
Get out of here.
And I'm going, is everybody seeing this? And
Am
so
I
it was a
insane
little
right now?
crazy. And
Mhm.
so they're like, yeah. And then, but right after that, a storm started to move in. And I'm like, okay, we decided we're going to start heading back. Well, as we're heading back, something is paralleling us in the forest.
I don't. Mm-mm.
We're hearing these footsteps. Nothing's on the therm, but we're hearing something parallel us.
Yeah.
We get to another site where there's like a little open area, and we're just like, let's just stay here just to see what it is. And from across the way, something's snarling and growling at us. And I'm like,
Rude.
we can't see it. Nothing's showing up on the therm, but something's over there, and it's not happy that we're here.
Yeah.
So then that's when the wind started to pick up. We had to get out of there. So it's a very bizarre area. And that all of this, that what I'm telling you, is in the documentary that we filmed, The Vanish, that
Oh.
just was released. It's going to be streaming in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But it is phenomenal what we found, because we investigated 2 unsolved missing person cases
Oh, wow.
in the Smoky Mountains that were under very bizarre circumstances.
Mhm.
Like, it was like, this doesn't make any sense. And what we went in with was a blank slate. We weren't making assumptions. And what we came out with was like, and what's in the film is like, okay, there's something more to this, that either it's going to scare you so bad that you're not going to go into the forest at night, or
Done.
you're going to want to go and investigate more.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, like, generally, like, Appalachia, like, maybe forest at night, not such a great idea unless you're super prepared for it.
Right.
Well, like, because that area is just insane. Like, the rock formation and, all of the different, like the storms that run through there, and, like, just the
Yeah.
biodiversity and whatnot that happens there. Like, it's so insane. And then the history. You get the history and the folklore. Like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
area is
It
fascinating.
is filled with history, and you could just feel it. When you go in the forest at night, it becomes a totally different atmosphere than the day. It just,
Yeah.
all this energy just starts coming in, and then you can just feel it. You feel that energy just, and then sometimes you'll come across a spirit or an entity that's like, they don't have good energy. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden I start feeling, heaviness in my chest. My throat starts to close up. I start getting anxious. The hair on my neck starts to stand up, and I'm like, this isn't a good entity. They're not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that from just the being outside in nature, because when you get whenever Tressa starts laughing, like, I know something good is
No,
happening.
outside sucks. Yeah, I agree, Jeni.
That is not at all what I was saying.
No, that's what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
And, and honestly, we just finished filming in November another documentary, and we were in
another
Land
one.
Between the Lakes
Okay.
in
Oh,
very
Kentucky.
cool.
And LBL is a wicked, wicked hot spot for cryptids and the paranormal. And we went in there with the intention of making contact with cryptid entities, and boy, did we ever.
Okay.
where
So
did you say
that,
this
where
was?
is that?
LBL?
Yeah, that was in LBL in Kentucky.
What is
Okay.
LBL?
Land Between the Lakes is 170,000 acres of land, forested land that is not developed. And it is, they have some places in there that you can go and camp, which is very, it's fine. And it's on the outskirts, and it's more, traveled more. We went to an area that we went rustic camping and for a week to do investigations, and we had activity every day and every night. And
I appreciate that you did that, but gross.
yeah, it was
every part of it.
Yeah.
So is that like termed like wilderness land? Like that
Oh yes.
particular area?
Oh
Okay.
yes. Oh, very much. And there are, I can't count how many graveyards there are on this land. That's very old family graves. And what we experienced, what we were hoping is to have, some cryptid activity come into camp.
Yeah.
So I did an experiment, and I got male and female pheromone colognes. I got brightly colored dog toys and doused the dog toys, the fabric dog toys, with the cologne and hung them on trees to lure them in.
Right.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Oh,
they were in camp every night. And the first night, I thought somebody was playing a joke on me.
Yeah.
And I hear this stomping by my tent, and we had a shower tent just up from me with a big bin of water. And then it was, you hear splash, 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 splash. I'm like, who is washing their hands in our shower water? I'm like, that's not okay. So the next morning, I'm like, who did that? They're like, what are you talking about? And I told them, they're like,
who's rude?
No, nobody did that. They're like, that sounds like a squatch. I'm like, oh, gravy. I thought somebody was playing a joke. After that, I was more like, okay. And then you would hear them move through our camp, clanking rocks, throwing rocks into the water, whistling. And then what they would do, they didn't mess with any of the tents, but what they did mess with anybody in a camper, they would hit the campers.
Okay.
Like, boom.
Yeah.
And not to hurt anybody, but just be like, just know I'm here.
Yeah. Hey, guy, we get it. You don't need to do that. All
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. When they also steal your picnic baskets.
Yeah. Like, we get it. You're here. And then I got one night, there was a little, like a structure, a cement structure with like a toilet in it. And one night I had to go to the bathroom. I went down there by myself, which was about 50 yards away from base camp. And I had my little flashlight, and I'm going, and I'm, you hear, and I was like, okay. And it was in the tree line. And I'm like, I know you're there. It's okay. I'm just going to the bathroom. And it was almost like, you stay there. I stay here.
Yeah.
And that's what we did.
Sir, can
was
I
cool.
get some privacy? Just
I know. Just want to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to
apparently
do.
not so much.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you were the one spraying pheromones everywhere. All right.
Oh,
So I
That's
gotta
on you.
say,
Yeah, no.
little bit
Not
on you
my
on
fault.
that one. So this is an area where how long has it been sort of reported? Because it sounds like an area where people do tend to camp.
Oh, decades.
Man.
In fact, people have been reported murdered and shredded and partially
Ugh.
consumed. That's why we went there.
Yeah.
I didn't.
So,
I don't
so
ever
Tressa,
think.
did you want to transition?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm
just wanna
good
make
with
sure.
Speaking
not
of
camping
shredders.
ever. Oh, good one, Jeni.
Oh, hey, Tressa. Jeni? Oh, I'm just reading my book by international TV sensation, Dave Schrader. I'm reading the book, too. I don't remember the name of it or who wrote it, but yeah. There, I like your shirt. You? I got it on monstersloungepodcast.com. You've got a great shirt, too. Oh, that's so weird. I got it at monstersloungepodcast.com, too. They have really great stuff. A whole variety. I know, right? They have everything. Shirts. Tote bags. Clutches. A phone case, I think. It's the best.
Man, all I can think is how many bracelets you were wearing.
It's actually a
Okay.
necklace that I wore as a bracelet, but thank you for noticing.
It's in the details. It's in the details.
Mhm.
So there have been reports of things just destroying people there.
Oh, yeah. And there have been a lot of people murdered there that were just, it was a murder like a human against human. There were murders there where it was an unknown entity that shredded a family.
A family.
They
Family.
found the daughter partially or completely shredded and partially consumed up in a tree.
Oh my
Good God.
God.
So it's a violent area.
Yeah, and you were like,
And-
let's get there?
Yeah, so that's why we went there to film and to see what we could find.
Oh,
So
goodness gracious.
we had a team, multiple teams going out, and sometimes we would divide and conquer. Sometimes we went as one large group. We did have a security team with long guns and military-esque outfits that would follow us in the first night into a hot spot where like heavy activity is. We went in, that it was just very heavy. We just knew that something was there. The goal is to have the security team follow us in about 10 minutes later. Well, we got in there. One of our team members saw what we call a crawler. And we don't
Jeni.
know. Yeah. So he saw a crawler, and I'm like, here we go. Here comes security. Everything stopped. They saw the guys coming in with long guns, and everything stopped. I'm like, okay, this is not the goal. This is not what we want to do. We want activity.
Yes, in the first row, Jeni.
Thank you. All right. When you say crawler, because we can't just skim past this.
Correct.
No, you
Let's get
cannot.
some description going on, shall we?
That's a great question. And at first, I said, what are you referring to? Like,
After
help
you said,
me understand what you're referring to. Is this because people say they've seen Bigfoot crawling, they've seen Dogman crawling. What is this? And they're like, I'm not sure what it was. Fair. So we do other investigations. We're getting little hits there, little hits here, like nothing major. And we go back to the drawing board about halfway through the week, and we agreed we need to go invulnerable. let's get an all-female team, no long guns, no security. And then we go in with 2 cameramen. Both cameramen had small pistols that were hidden, and I had bear spray.
Mhm.
We go back to that same place where we knew that there was a hot spot. We felt the energy where that crawler was. So I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and I'm going to mimic that growl that happened earlier in the week when that thing growled at me. They're like, yeah, let's do it. So we're going up, and this is a graveyard on a slight hill surrounded by forest. We are in the middle of nowhere. The road into this place is what nightmares are made of. It is a tiny little road, overgrown, and you're going through it, barely. So it's thick. So we go up this graveyard halfway there, and I said, okay, are we ready? I do 3 of those growls, and all hell breaks loose. You hear boom, boom, and the whole ground shaking. And you're like, I said, here we go. We got it. We've got it. I do the growl again. They fire back with these large boom, 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 and the ground is just shaking. Then we start seeing movement all around us. We can't see anything on the therm, but we're hearing it all around us. And I'm like, okay, good. So then there were the ladies. Melissa does a howl. She gets a response with the booms, more booms. So then I look at the top of the hill on the tree line, and I'm like, there's a bluish white light illuminating behind a tree. I'm like, does everybody see that? I'm like, does anybody know what that is? They're like, no. I'm like, we need to keep an eye on that because that's not normal because there's nothing up there that would give off light.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hearing movement. Then we hear this weird dog start to bark behind us. And then one of our team members goes, I don't feel good. Headache, nausea, tunnel vision. I'm like, get behind me. I'm going to try to block whatever is that they're projecting. Meanwhile, this light up at the top of the hill is starting to become more defined. And now it's in an oval. And I'm going, this isn't good.
Yeah.
So then the team member behind me says, okay, I'm feeling fine. We're now therming all around us. Movement, again, all around us. We're hearing it everywhere. Another team member gets sick. I'm like, get behind me. I'm blocking it. So now I'm going, I tell my producer, I'm like, do you see that light? I said, it's a bluish white light with little white sparkles all around it. And it's in a complete oval. I'm going, this isn't good. So then the other person that was behind me, she goes, okay, I'm feeling better. She moves out. Then my producer goes, I'm going to let out a big growl, and lets out this like big growl. All of a sudden, I look at that light at the top of the hill, and a crawler comes out of that light, that oval.
Stop it.
Just comes out on all fours, moving back and forth like this.
Oh.
And I go, I have a crawler at my 12 o'clock. And they're like, oh God. And I'm like, do you see that? And they're like, yeah. Because I'm thinking to myself at this point, am I hallucinating? Because this is unreal.
Yeah.
So then everybody else is seeing this. Another crawler comes out. Now we have 2.
What?
The third one comes out. I have 3 crawlers together going like this.
I don't like any of that.
And I'm going, and they're like lanky and just, and I'm like, those aren't Bigfoot. Those aren't dogmen. I don't know what that is. Then both teammates get sick again. I'm like, get behind me right now. We're having all kinds of movement around us. 3 crawlers at the top. I have a portal that I realize it's now a portal. Mm-hmm. And I'm hearing weirdness all around. And then all of a sudden I look over because I heard something. And then I hear Greg, the producer and director, yell. I look over and one of those crawlers is charging us.
Ooh.
lanky, like gallopy, like
Yeah.
he goes to grab his gun. I lunge forward with bear spray. I spray this thing, not knowing if it's going to be effective or not, and it did. It stopped it. It retreated, and of course, we had to retreat back too because it's bear spray. So I'm like, retreat back, and so we're all moving back down the hill. I'm like, we need to keep an eye on them because they're still up there. I see them moving. All the movement around us. We get to the bottom of the hill where our trucks are, and we hear what sounds like a woman scream from behind us.
Stop it.
The other cameraman turns around. He goes, I'm seeing something in the field. We have one of our female team members with a therm run over. She goes, I have a large bipedal creature standing there in the field staring at us. As soon as she said this, all the movement starts moving inward. And I'm going, what is happening right now? We are completely surrounded. Then the camera guy watching goes, my batteries just went dead.
Stop.
My producer goes, my battery just went dead.
Stop it.
Then we're going, and then the therms are going, phones are going. People are losing battery left and right. And we're like, they're draining us. So I look over, and in front of my truck are 2 red orbs. I look to the right, there's another red orb, and I'm going, red orbs they're just bad. They're not good.
Yeah.
And then I look back over to my left, and I can't even explain this right. I'm going to do my best. The largest Bigfoot you can't even describe how massive this thing was. The waist of it came to like the top of the bed of my truck. It was walking huge and disappeared into thin air. And I went, and nobody else saw it because they were all looking behind me at the thing in the field that screamed.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh my God. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, okay. They're like, we're calling it. We got to get out of here.
Yeah. You think? Yeah.
We're out of battery. We're dead in the water. Our phones are dead. Everything's dead. We're being surrounded and everything's closing in on us.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we're like, because we purposely kept the windows down in our vehicles and the keys in the vehicles. So if we had to make a quick getaway, you just jump in and you go.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. And I'm like, whoever's in my truck, we're sticking together, hold on to one another. We're going to go as a group and get in and take off. As soon as we get in the truck, we all get sick. I'm like, my chest is heavy. My throat starts to close up. I'm like, I can't breathe. They're nauseous. They've got headaches. I'm like, we just got out of there and we just took off. And as soon as we got to the top of the hill and made a left onto the road, all the illnesses were gone.
Of course.
We were fine.
Yeah.
We got back to camp and we're all sitting there just staring at each other.
Hold up. You're still camping. Get out of here.
Yes. We stayed there and camped because that was on Wednesday. We stayed until Saturday.
Oh my God.
Insane. I would find a Holiday Inn after that. No, thank you.
It was the most insane trip. I am so thankful we went because we had such awesome experiences because that was amazing. Right. We had more. We found the following night, we went back out to a totally different spot and caught a Bigfoot on the therm peeking around a tree and started grabbing.
Oh no.
Oh no, right in the middle. She'll be back and she'll
we've lost Natalie for a second.
She will be back.
Real
okay,
quick.
So Tressa, did you want to go camping?
No, thank you. I'm good.
Okay. All right.
I wanted to bring up this where is it? Hey, Slack Tastical, can we get a better explanation of what a crawler is Natalie. She can't answer you, but I wanted to bring this up because this entire episode, all I want to do is ask questions that I know have no answer. And I'm trying real hard not to
I'm
do
so sorry.
that.
Those spirits were like, "You need to leave now." So
Yep.
here I am back. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
That's
Let me put you on
totally fine. It's totally fine.
So weird. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we
it's
just-
yeah. So it was crazy.
Yeah.
And so that film is coming out. It's called Return to the Land Between the Lakes, Making Contact. That'll be out either later this year or the beginning of 2027.
Wonderful,
Oh, boy.
wonderful
You
news
gotta
on,
come
on
back
both of
when
those
that
things.
Oh yeah.
releases. Yeah.
So we did have a question that we had popped up, which was a better description of what a crawler
Explain
is.
it.
Like
That's a great question because we did a lot of research after that
Mhm.
because we didn't know what it was. And so we all, like the whole group of us, were like, okay, what did we see? It was long, it was lanky, it was like long fingers and just gross. And one of our team members goes, I found it. And it was a rake.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
what
a
it sounds
rake.
like.
And I'm like, that's what it was, because I was like, and in this reenactment, you know how you do ChatGPT or whatever, and then you do this, it was going like this in the video. I'm like, and both Greg and I were like, that's it. That's what we saw. Oh my God. And that's what it was. It was a rake. It was 3 rakes. And I'm like, so you have Bigfoot, Dogman, and rakes all living in the same area.
Are they all
Yeah, I
using the
wonder.
portal?
Yeah, I wonder what's going
what's
on like
happening?
in that specific area.
It's very, very bizarre, but
Yeah.
I need to go back. I'm going to go back and I need to go back and investigate more in that area
Sure.
and in other areas, because there's other hotspots within that whole 170,000 acres.
It's crazy because Tressa actually just volunteered
No, I don't think I
to go
did.
with you.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
We'll meet.
Uh,
You come down and then I'll go up. We'll meet in Kentucky.
Mhm,
Okay, yeah.
mhm,
Hotel,
mhm.
right?
No.
No.
Okay, cool.
I have an extra tent. It's fine.
Meanwhile, I might take you up on that one.
It'll be fun.
I'll go if Jeni goes.
It's all right. She wanders off by herself. Just
Yeah,
give her a distance to
exclusively.
go and she'll do it, but it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
A lot of paranormal
like
stuff there
plumbing.
too.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm gonna send you so many messages after this episode, just by the
Yeah,
way.
that's
Uh,
okay.
Yeah, just all sorts of stuff. Anyway, please tell us as we're reaching the end of the hour. Please tell us where we can find everything, where we can find you.
Yeah.
Not us, because we know where to find you, but the audience.
Absolutely. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube under Natalie Smearman. You can also find me at Relic Films Media. And we also have the film coming out, The Vanished, that will be streaming very soon. That will be announced on my social media pages. We also have 6 episodes out of Beyond the Ordinary, which is a talk show that we have that's on YouTube that you can come and see. It's really cool. And so then also Blondes and Booze and Paranormal Among Us.
Fantastic. Do you know what platforms you're going to be streaming on for the documentaries?
That's a great question. It's going to go out to Tubi first, and then it's going to be farmed out to many others.
Nice.
So as soon as it gets out on streaming, I will be announcing it all over social media.
Yeah,
Excellent.
everybody go
Yeah.
follow her. Come on, you don't want to miss that.
It's
Natalie, thank
really
you so
cool.
much. This
Thank
was
you.
amazing.
This has been fun.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll talk and come back on the show, please, at some
Oh,
point.
please. Yes,
please.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you guys can come out to Land Between the Lakes and we can go investigate.
I'm in.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
go.
talk about it.
Okay.
Everybody else, hey, you guys, we've got a website. Go check us out. We have merch and email and stuff. Okay. Anyway, Thanks for visiting. I forgot what I usually say. The Monsters Lounge. Oh, wait, I forgot to put the video up again.
Oh, man.
Hold on, here we go. That's not it. That's the merch ad. There we go. All right, and